So today's video is a little bit of a life update. So life is crazy, man. I'm actually a new dad, and my wife and we just welcomed our amazing little baby boy into the world, and we couldn't be more stoked. This little guy is taking up almost all of my time. Sleep has been really hard. It's just like constant feeding and crying and all that kind of stuff, but we love him, and it's an awesome blessing. So that's been just consuming pretty much all of my attention lately. But the work at the beginning of this month has been great. I've been fortunate enough to work on a couple small commercials, as well as booking some corporate drone gig that involves some jib shots. So yeah, it was kind of cool that we were able to come in and do some of these jib shots. They sectioned out a little area for us. We built up about 22 feet out, and our main objective was to get all of the different patients as they're entering in, all the doctors here as they're greeting them coming in this little entryway. And after that, I got some drone shots of the entrance, and then we did some more like stage stuff with all the different participants of the event. And yeah, I think it was really cool. It was a pretty short day. We got to go to the cafeteria, eat some really good food. All in all, great gig. I've been enjoying shooting with the Red DSMC2 cameras lately for corporate style interviews and commercial work. In this scenario, I was a DP, and it was fun just to shoot and light a low pressure scenario just like this one. So like I said, this was a corporate interview. It was 2 cameras, A cam, B cam. We're shooting on the DSMC2 Reds. We had the Red Helium and the Red Monstro. Our Red Monstro is a full frame camera, so we're using that for our wide. And then we had the Red Helium 8K that we were using for the close-up. And the Helium here has the 70 to 135 lens, so it's a little bit tighter. And yeah, these cameras have been pretty solid for us. I'm kind of just getting used to the workflow of shooting on these type of cinema cameras. It's kind of nice coming from like a mirrorless camera background, and it's just nice for this type of a setup. We did just a light mat 2L off to the side, and then a 60X for a hair light, and it ended up looking really nice. We used this green screen background that we just found on YouTube with some tracking markers so that they could replace the screen in post, and it ended up looking pretty good. Then we moved on to some B-roll. We just brought that same light mat over, and we just brought it up into the ceiling and made it kind of toppy. We turned off the lights up above, and we got another light punching through this back window. That's our 60X. And here's a look at some of that B-roll. For this one, I had to push myself all the way back into the corner of the room to get a wide enough shot on the Monstro. And then here's a look at some of the stills from the final image. And we did this wide and then a couple of OTS over the shoulder shots here. And I think they turned out really nice. I think the final project turned out great, and it's kind of nice to not be involved in the post-production sometimes. So because I was the DOP, I just handed over the cards at the end, or just sent them a hard drive. And it's kind of nice to not be involved in the post-production side of things and just kind of hand it off and forget it. The other small commercial shoot that I got brought on was for 2 to 3 days, and I was brought on as like a gaffer / focus puller. And this shoot was for a battery bank company, and was a combination of product, tabletop, and lifestyle story type B-roll. Again, lots of fun to help out my DP friend Rob and his girlfriend Tess. It was great to come help in a supportive role at their small production company. The low budget commercials, they didn't offer a whole lot as far as pay, but they were fulfilling creatively. I have a short film coming up next week, and I'm looking forward to the prep. I have a location scout, and we're just kind of going over some of the details and things that we might need. I'll be collaborating with my production company partner, and we'll be using our full-size Gripen electric truck. It's been pretty slow as far as doing full-scale productions here in Los Angeles, and we actually need our 3-ton grip truck. We've had a few small jobs that we've lit, but haven't really had a need for the full package until now. I enjoy the pre-production process, and this week I'll hopefully be scouting some locations and understanding more about what goes into the lighting plan as we get closer. Another creative endeavor I've been trying out is still photography. I've been taking a lot more images lately, and I feel like it's helping as a cinematographer to come up with more creative ideas, or just see something in my life and be able to quickly take a still and bring it into Lightroom, edit it, and just post it and share it on social media, or just keep it for myself. It's helping me to identify lighting, and it's just a quicker process than making an entire B-roll sequence or story. I kind of view it like photography as practice. And just like going to the gym, you need to get your reps in. Filming as a cinematographer sometimes requires a lot of prep, whereas taking still images is just something that I can do every day and just improve my composition skills and just get those reps in. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. Thanks so much for checking in and following along with my filmmaking journey. Once again, I'm Scott Stevenson. Feel free to check out some of my past videos as well as subscribe to see my future ones. Peace.